Greetings and welcome to Fourth Arm. In today's society, education is widely recognized as a fundamental pillar for individual and societal growth. However, the question arises who is referred to as educated in Africa. As we delve deeper into this subject, we must acknowledge that the mentality of a majority determines the progress of a society. From the emergence of writing in cuneiforms by the Sumerians to the formal education introduced to Africa by Europeans in the 19th century, education has evolved over time. In this context, we will explore the history of education in Africa and the impact it has had on the continent. Join me as we uncover who is considered educated in Africa and the factors that influence this perception. Education comes from Greek word eduko, to bring a gifting out another to realize true strength. It's the process of receiving systematic instruction at a school. These instructions includes the ability to read and write, to acquire knowledge, skill, and competence in any form of language. The concept of education has become a topic of discussion, particularly in African countries, where the criteria for classifying an individual as educated has become blurred. Fluency in reading and writing in a foreign language, such as English or French, is often equated with being educated, leading to confusion and misunderstandings. It's worth noting that no developed country in the world teaches their children in a foreign language. Neglecting one's native language can have severe consequences, including the loss of cultural identity and knowledge, which can inhibit progress and innovation. Even Alexei Leonov, a Soviet cosmonaut who was the first person to walk in space, was unable to speak English. Therefore, no language should be considered inferior or referred to as vernacular. It is essential to differentiate between learning a foreign language and teaching in that language. In African countries, teaching in European languages puts students at a disadvantage. English or French should be a major subject, not the primary language of instruction. While the adoption of European languages as the lingua franca in many African countries was intended to unify the numerous ethnic groups, African scholars should translate academic books into African languages, not just religious books, to promote language preservation and educational pedagogy. The sudden excellence in the African entertainment industry was based solely on the originality of identifying the music with the culture and language. The European language adopted by African countries as the educational instruction is what stalled scientific, technological, and economic development in Africa. A prosperous society is one that can effectively tackle challenges and find solutions to complex problems. However, when it comes to African countries, it is worth questioning what issues their so-called educated societies have been able to resolve. Have they successfully addressed tribal conflicts, made groundbreaking inventions, achieved medical breakthroughs, stimulated economic growth, eradicated poverty, or achieved military power? Unfortunately, the education system in many African countries has failed to meet the needs and aspirations of its people, as it has been heavily influenced by foreign models that do not align with local contexts. As a result, the education system has not been able to produce graduates with the skills and knowledge needed to address the unique challenges facing African societies. Education is a fundamental right and not a privilege. Most countries impose education on their citizens till age 17 to accomplish an educated society. Formal education of the basic knowledge acquired in primary and secondary schools qualifies an individual as educated without higher education. Post-secondary education are studies in the universities, polytechnics, College of Education, monotechnics, technical colleges, and professional schools. University qualification over other certification is overrated. A medical practitioner is not uneducated when he asks for the service of a lawyer. Neither is a lawyer uneducated if he needs the services of a mechanic or an electrician. Knowledge acquired and used for the happiness and goodness of the society makes a person educated. It is ignorance to deliberately condescend on professions that are not university degree oriented. Some societies presume only graduates deserve to have big dreams, set goals to be confident, successful, and influential, or even speak in auditorium for political appointments. Academic excellence, technical skills, and intellectual knowledge are all essential qualities that can manifest in various professions, such as medicine, law, engineering, piloting, plumbing, construction work, farming, and trading. However, it is crucial not to undervalue the technical skills of artisans or herders, who possess knowledge and intelligence to navigate harsh environments without the use of technology. The disparage of technical college qualifications in African societies has led to shortages in crucial skilled jobs, with thousands of artisans from neighboring countries filling these gaps in the economy, especially in the construction industry. African societies tend to prioritize academic qualifications, with little regard for skills, creativity, or individual passions. This sentiment has destroyed many talents, as there is no certification for common sense, and institutions do not recognize, encourage, or reward ideas and innovations outside the academic sphere. African educational system fund universities relative to other tertiary institutions, while technical colleges is near abandonment. The standard of public school is the products of teachers from colleges of education, which are poorly funded. Countries produce thousands of unemployable graduates yearly with degrees that do not get them jobs. They end up working in a non-graduate job. Looking for a job after years of graduation equates to a failed educational system. Knowledge that cannot lead to creativity is worthless. Students should also be encouraged to pursue practical options in professional courses and apprenticeship that leads directly to well-paid jobs. Government need to improve the quality and standard of education by investing into the educational system for a better economy. The pointless difference between the university degree and higher national diploma certification must be reviewed. Government should promote vocational courses and professional exams that would qualify citizens for jobs with good income. Every profession must be regulated and certified through a national curriculum in technical school or vocational courses. There are a shortage of skilled construction workers, tilers, cabinet fitters, bricklayers, panel beater, medical doctors, nurses, IT experts, steel workers in some African countries. The reality in most society is that the rate of unemployment is higher amongst the degree educated than the high school educated. The high school educated are more innovative and ready to do what the degree educated will refer to as dirty or menial jobs. In no time will the high school educated be needing a manager for his company and will employ the degree educated. In developed countries, several non-graduate jobs offer annual wages in the range of $30,000 to $80,000. These jobs include train drivers, rail workers, social care workers, security personnel, and artisans, among others. As the economy evolves, the education syllabus must also adapt to meet the needs of growth and development. The school system should identify students' skills and help them realize their potential in their chosen careers, regardless of the profession. It is essential to instill a sense of pride and dignity in all forms of labor, emphasizing that every profession is valuable and should be respected. To achieve this goal, African education curriculum must not focus on academic subjects only, but also on character development, morals, self-pride, discipline, trust, sex education, anti-bribery and corruption, religious tolerance, the importance of paying taxes, the danger of superstitions, beliefs, cultural and tribal tolerance, and knowledge of national heroes and equality of all race. Equal opportunity for all. The challenges of Africa remain unresolved despite having educated presidents, ministers, permanent secretaries, director of companies and industries whom studied in the best universities across the world. Yet not a single African country is a developed nation. The so-called elite has failed to resolve economic challenges of the ordinary people, simply because they disregard their inputs. Is it not time we try the economic managerial skill of the ordinary citizens? In a democratic society, every citizen has a right to participate in the affairs of their nation. Academic qualifications should not be the sole determinant of political appointment, as individuals without university education might have the potential to exhibit better qualities of leadership. It is essential to recognize the capabilities of entrepreneurs who have become successful business magnates despite lacking university degrees. These individuals possess intelligence, wisdom, and capability that can be utilized for effective political management, leading commerce and industry to growth and prosperity. Inclusive policies that recognize the potential of individuals, regardless of their formal education, can promote economic growth and development. To address educational backwardness in regions with major ethnicities, all textbooks in the region should be translated into the local language and taught alongside with compulsory English language as a subject. This approach can foster a prestigious educational system that is culturally sensitive and leads to academic, scientific, and technological advancements that will be beneficial to all. Education is a process of passing an acquired knowledge in a society from generation to generation. This knowledge and beliefs must be authenticated with recent occurrence. Unfortunately, in most cases, many are stuck with ancestral mystical beliefs that were never proven, tested, or confirmed in modern age, while some are engrossed in superstitious mentality that could lead to illogical decisions, such as trusting in the merits of luck and destiny rather than making sound decisions. In order to eliminate the unnecessary qualification distinctions, it is necessary to transform all polytechnics into technical university and colleges of education into University College of Education. Technical colleges must be restructured to enhance the skills of school certificate holders. Even a herdsman who can navigate through the dangers of the forest from the north to the south is an asset to military intelligence and can be trained in forest incursion against external aggression. This implies that education is not limited to academic qualifications. To ensure transparency, fairness, and efficiency in governance, non-graduates must be given quotas in the executive branch of government where they are currently underrepresented. Today's discussion comes to a close. Stay tuned for our upcoming video on government approach to decent living in Africa, Europe, and U.S.